What's going on? Top of the afternoon to you, man. I'm coming to you. Let's go over here, and that way I can get this thing over here. Let's go over here and make sure. Let's go over here. Y'all bear with me for a second. Let's make sure that we straight. Say, man, what's going on with you? I want to say top of the afternoon to you, my good friends. Um, and I've been working for a minute. I've been working and trying to get some things done. And what's happening? Top of the afternoon to you, man. I've been working, trying to get some stuff done, and I had the issue out in Wharton, Texas, where I was dealing with some things, and I had to. I got to come to you and show you some love right now, and let you know that I'm good. You know, some people they want to say. Let me say something. Let me try something. Copy the link. Y'all bear with me. I'm trying to get some stuff together real quick, and then I'll be ready to do what I do. All right. Okay. Somebody wanted me to find. They wanted to find out from the OG. What's going on with the kids in Wharton, and how do we handle this from here? And it's pretty simple, man. What has to go on? Now, in case you didn't know, you got three youth in Wharton, three African American youth in Wharton, Texas, that were wrongfully accused of something that they did not do. Something that they did not do. I went down there for a level 3 fake grievance hearing, and in all actuality, I was able to prove that these kids had nothing to do with what they accused them of. That all it was a conspiracy to lock these boys away for whatever the reason, in which I don't understand. But you know, to each his own. That's all I'm gonna say. To each his own. And for me, I was not going to allow that night to end and me walk away and not finish what I started. Now, if you know me, I always finish what I start. You feel what I'm saying? I always finish what I start. So I had to sit back, and I already knew what I needed to do. I already knew what I needed to do. And I used spring break as a means to get some things together to be able to go to the next phase. Now, the night of the meeting in Wharton, Texas, I told them that before the heart attack comes, you get warning signs. That means, you got the warning signs with me, about how I do what I do. But I guess some people didn't want to listen to the warning signs. You feel what I'm saying? So I say, well, after the warning signs, let me tell you what's going to happen. I told them that I would bring hell on earth to Wharton ISD. And in all actuality, your hell is actually coming. See, if you think that some kids getting on social media could ever shake me, you don't know me. That's the problem. You really don't know me. You don't know me at all. To ever think that some kids with the back and forth on social media, I don't know if people get it with me. That's my playground. This is where I play. So no, I had to do some work. And not only just for those 3 clients, but for other clients that I had also. So I used the rest of that week in spring break and I had to do some work. So if you're going to bring hell on earth to Wharton ISD, because there are some teachers down there that really wanted me to get some things done. And what I want to tell them is it's being done as we speak. See, I like to talk a lot. And when I start being quiet, that's when you should get worried. Because me, not with a pen anymore, but I keep them around me at all times. But me, with a typewriter, me, with a computer, I become a very dangerous person. So let me give you an update of what's going on with the kids in Wharton ISD. Hold on, let me try to find something for you real quick, and then I'll show you. So let's go. Bear with me for a second, and I'm going to show you better than I can tell you. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna go this route. We're gonna go this route, and we're going to go over here to this. Bear with me. I'm pulling up a screen for you guys. I like to come with my receipts. I like to come with my receipts. All right. So, all right. So this is right here. Here we go. So I've been working for my clients in Wharton, those 3 young men, their parents, and for the people, we'll start with the boys, and then I'll kind of give you a small breakdown of what I'm going to do and what I've done. And then I just want you to get it back to the powers that be, because I want you to see them look in a manner that says they are stuck. Let's try this. Let's try this here. Let's share the screen. Let's share the screen. Okay. Where would that be? That would be right here. Okay. Bear with me. Okay, so if you can see that, and what we'll do is we'll make it just a little bit bigger. There we go. That is called a legal brief. And it's going before the Commissioner of Education. What the hell is he doing? Well, I actually have 3 of them. 3 of them, because I have 3 clients. Well, what this means is, Wharton ISD, you're now about to go into a court setting. So the questions that I asked that night, is this a level 3 hearing? And the attorney wouldn't answer me. Now you can answer it in a court of law. Ain't nobody finna play with you. Now you can answer it in a court of law. And guess what's going to happen? because you violated F&G local, everything you did that night is going to be thrown out. Trust me when I tell you. Miss Nita Myers, can you share this in the Wharton page? So the thing is I had to write up, and I want you to understand, this is why I've been quiet. I had to write up. Let me see if I can get it back smaller. Okay, so now it's smaller. This is 6 pages of one legal brief. 6 pages. 6 pages of one legal brief. And I can show you this because my clients' names are not there. But I really want them to wrap their mind around this. Just this one statement. Wrap your mind around it, because this is where I'm going to spank your attorney again. All right? I'm going to spank your attorney again. Let me see. Where did I put it? Okay. Level 2s, level 3. All right. All right. Okay. Right here. And this is the things that I want done. I submitted this appeal regarding the subchapter AA. That's how I submitted the actual appeal. Let me see if I can make it bigger for you so you can see it. Okay. AA. That's what I submitted. And this is the sentence that I want people to clearly understand. The provisions of this subchapter BB, which is under subchapter AA and BB, issued under the Texas Education Code 7.057, 12.116, and 21.301, and the Texas Government Code 2001.004, my client's 4th, 5th, and 14th Amendment rights of the Constitution of the United States has been violated as it pertains to his due process. The 5th Amendment says that the federal government says to the federal government that no one shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process. The 14th Amendment, ratified in 1868, uses the same 11 words, called the Due Process Clause, to describe a legal obligation of all states. No, not undo this, just undo this unjust punishment. And then I had to put, so basically what I'm trying to tell you is these kids' 4th, 5th, and 14th Amendment constitutional rights were violated when they decided to do a fake level 3. There was 2 fake level 3s, one with the superintendent, the other one with the meeting that we had that night. Now, there's also another problem, is that you had an attorney in the room who knew that the first meeting they were not a part of should not have been done. They also knew that night, because you knew that the meeting should not have been had that night, but yet the attorney and the board decided to go through with it. And this is why he would not say it was a level 3 grievance hearing. let me make myself bigger. You know why I repeated it 4 times when I asked you, was this a hearing? Because I wanted you not to say it was a level 3. I set you up. So now you have 3 appeals that I have no doubt that we will win, because you violated F&G local. And the people that I'm speaking to at TEA just couldn't even believe that you violated F&G local. Also, that's three appeals that I had to do. Okay. There are 2 complaints that went out, one for lack of institutional control against the school district. You're missing $59 million. You got all kinds of stuff going on in the schools. You got students assaulting teachers. I have all that on video from the thing we did in the park. So I sent all that over to him too in a complaint. So that's 4 right there. Then I sent another complaint. So that's 5 complaints just to TEA alone. Okay? 5 complaints to TEA alone. Now, on top of that, since you're going to have uncertified coaches coaching that should not even be in the locker room, none of this would have happened. Now you have UIL issues because I reported you to UIL. Is your chest hurting yet? Because before the heart attack, you get the warning signs. So now you got 4 complaints with TEA. You got UIL problems. I'm working on CPS because you, as a state government employee, there was an assault supposedly on that staff member. It was not reported. TEA found that strange. So now you're getting a complaint to CPS. You can't fix any of this at this point. So if you want to know why I've been quiet, that's why I've been quiet. But that's still not enough for me to be quiet all these days. Well, today I met one of my clients and I dropped off 14 grievances. And I'm not solving them in a level 1 or a level 2. They'll all go to a level 3. So that high price attorney that you got at $350 an hour, 14 grievances. Imagine 14 level 3s. How much money you spending? Now the question now becomes, based on the stuff that I've got to finish doing, and the stuff that I've already done, is your chest hurting yet? So for the teachers out in Wharton, Texas, that feel like, 5-star was our only hope, let me tell you something. Sometimes God will take you through hell to get you to heaven. But when I tell you, the lack of institutional control, what did I ask for as my relief? I asked that you be put under conservatorship. And if not, I asked TEA to take over your school district, because I'm gonna provide them with all the documentation to prove that you guys swindled $59 million out of the community. You sure you wanted this fight? So for all of those that's sitting there laughing, this our life, your entertainment. But this is my playground. This is my playground. So no, old 5-star ain't went nowhere. I got multiple clients now. Multiple clients. In Bay City, ooh, man, that's all I'm going to say. So what I'm not going to do anymore, for some of the people in Wharton that think this is a game, want to get on Facebook and want to play, the games, I'm not playing the game with you. Why don't you go ask your superintendent how many days he got to respond to the stuff that's dropping on his desk daily? Why don't you go ask your superintendent, how long do you really think you're going to be in Wharton ISD? Why don't you go ask your principal, how long do he thinks he's going to be there? So I'm going to finish doing the complaints to TEA, because now, Principal Chandler, you have to justify why you violated the state nepotism laws and had 2 of your brothers on that team. Not only that, in UIL, man, ain't too many junior high school coaches can coach high school football. That's one brother. The other brother, uncertified, can't do that either. Well, you'll be going to a deck committee meeting over there on that in a minute. UIL. That would, and let me tell you why I don't have a problem with UIL. Because my team, state champions 85, we were the first group of kids that had to deal with House Bill 72. No pass, no play. The first year was in. And we did what we were supposed to do as students. So I respect student athletes, but I don't respect the people that are supposed to set the examples violating UIL rules. So you got some problems. You got major problems at this point. And for all of those that really think that I am playing, why don't you do an open records request and see what I sent in? They'll be glad to give it to you. You can do one with TEA, you can do one with Wharton, whatever you want to do. But I can tell you this. By the way, the lawsuits are being prepped too. Heard, by the way, last night at your little board meeting, you tried to come up with a rule where if somebody who's not from the community comes in to speak, that two board members have to allow them the option to speak. And this was brought up by an attorney who sits on your school board. I don't think it's the fact that I'm an outsider. We know what the real problem is. I know what the real problem is, but I don't want some of y'all to get your panties in a bunch if I tell you the truth. She knows what the problem is, and I know what the problem is. But ma'am, I'm going to keep coming, and I'm going to keep speaking, and the first time you shut me down, I'm going to be shut down. And the next morning, you're going to get sued. You're going to get sued. I don't know if you clearly understand what a limited public forum is. And you're right, Kenitra Walker. When it comes to UIL violations, I got my own alma mater in order. You can't violate UIL rules, not even at Yates. I'm not dealing with that. So my thing is, go on and do what you need to do. You think because you sit down there and you acting like this Hazard County and you can do what you want to do? The first time you stop them people from speaking or stop me from speaking, you're going to end up in federal court. I'm not doing district court. I'm not doing county court. You're going to end up in federal court. You know why? Because your policies and your rules do not trump the Constitution of the United States of America. I know it's hard to sit here and listen to an educated black man, especially a loud one. But if all you got to do is give money away, I'd rather play Wharton than to play the lotto. Because I'm going to win every single time. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to go back. Because the last piece to this puzzle is I promised a lawsuit to every single board member. And you're going to get just that. So if you've been trying to figure out what I've been doing, I've been smoking and I've been drinking and I've been working. See, because hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard. So tell your superintendent. You got the board wrapped around your fingers. But I can promise you one thing. That same board's going to turn against you to save themselves. Because now I'm going to divide and conquer on every single level. I can bet my soul that you're going to get a new superintendent and you're going to get a new principal. Sometimes some of us run our mouth too much, but I ain't the OG of education advocacy just because that's what I named myself. I'm the OG because I do the work. So now you have 13 of them, 14 of them grievances you got to deal with. You can't consolidate them. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. You have multiple complaints to TEA that are validated. And now you are at risk of losing your school district. And all because you wanted to save some coaches that attack some kids? See, the one thing about God that I figured out a long time ago, you know, people like God, he'll take you out of some things. Yeah, God will put you in some things, but he'll also take you up out of them when they ain't right. And Wharton ISD, you ain't right. So you little slick board members that think this is Hazard County and you can do what you want and we are outsiders. When I start living outside the United States of America, I'll stop showing up. But until I do, I'm going to show up. I am going to show up. And by the way, with the investigations that are about to pop on you, I don't want to send them nothing electronically. I've set it up to where I can go sit down and talk to them. Sometimes you got to clearly understand. It ain't the dog in the fight, it's the fight inside of the dog. And I was the wrong pit bull across. But the one thing I want you to always remember is that I keep my word. I keep my word. And my word to you, that if you didn't free those boys that night, after I put on what I needed to do and prove their innocence, that I would bring hell on earth to Wharton ISD. I foresee board members resigning, school officials getting out the way, because that 59 million finna come back to haunt you. You're gonna learn. Leave with this, you youngsters out there. Both sense is the best sense, because playing with 5-star, you're gonna pay for what you learn. Now, if you want to know what else I'm doing, since I'm quiet, I'm resting, because Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, and Johnny coming to Houston Friday. Go sit way up at the top and look at me down on the floor. I'll holler at y'all, man.